Europe is looking for a solution to illegal migration. Today, the problem is the main topic of political deliberations in Brussels. It has become obvious to everyone that the open door policy has long since failed. The issue of immigration is becoming an issue of common interest to all European countries. This was not necessarily the case in the last 5 or 10 years when I was the commissioner. Sometimes there were ideological debates, controversies. Today, this is no longer the case. That's why more countries are making decisions that just a few years ago would have been considered right-wing populism and blowing up the Schengen zone from the inside. The sight of border controls in Western Europe is becoming more common. As of November 1st, France is introducing such a measure. The French expect us to have an effective immigration control policy. The government has just notified the European Commission to extend internal border controls. Limited controls are in effect or will soon take effect in Austria, Denmark, Norway, or the Netherlands as well.
Wraz z końcem listopada
With the end of November, the Netherlands, for its part, intends as such a response to introduce border controls on the border with Germany, but also with Belgium. And it all started with Germany, where there is no trace left of the Herzlich Willkommen policy. The sealing of the border is accompanied by exports of illegal migrants to Poland, among other countries. All this in the face of the helplessness of the government in Warsaw, which does not intend to take decisive steps and introduce control on the western border. There is a question of whether in a situation where we start responding to what the Germans are doing, whether this will not encourage the Germans to violate the Schengen zone even more. I would like, and the Poles would like, for them to get out of it, not for them to get into it. The hope that Germany will appreciate Warsaw's submissive attitude and change its migration policy seems naive. Donald Tusk assured that he would take care of the Polish interest through his good relations with European politicians. Reality has verified these promises. In politics, one must have some instruments of pressure. What instruments of pressure on the EU institutions or on the governments of neighboring countries does Donald Tusk have? None. I would say minuscule, because what he could get from them he already got. Nobody reckons with him. Nobody reckons with the Polish government. Recent months have clearly shown that in the European Union, private sympathies and so-called European values are giving way to the national interests of member states.